What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the newest edition of Knicks Latest. It has been an insane offseason for New York Knicks fans, and we're not even done with the NBA Finals. Listen, please subscribe to the channel. We're trying to build a whole community of Knicks fans here. I want to get your opinion on things. I want you to comment below. I want to know what you think about the Knicks coaching search, about the free agents they will be signing, about the trades they might be making this offseason going into next season, which in my opinion is the biggest, most anticipated New York Knicks season in the past 25 years. We are in the middle of a golden age for New York Knicks basketball, ladies and gentlemen, and I want to be here to talk about it with real Knicks fans that have been there from the gutter. I mean, when we were terrible back in the 2000s or the 2010s, whenever you were born. I want this to be a safe space for us to talk about whatever opinion we want to talk about. So let's get it. Knicks, again, denied permission, this time to talk to Quinn Snyder of the Atlanta Hawks, Billy Donovan of the Chicago Bulls, and it leaves you wondering what was the plan here, Leon Rose, because you fired Tom Thibodeau, again, somebody who has brought you to the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time in 25 years, playoffs 4 out of 5 years, turned this franchise around. You fire him, and to be fair to Leon, to be fair to James Dolan, you fire him off the basis of interviews you had with players, kind of recognizing he's not the guy going forward that we need. There can be critiques of Tom Thibodeau saying that he did not make enough adjustments as the head coach in his 5-year tenure here. I think that is fair as well, and I do think it kind of is unfair to expect a full-blown plan from the Knicks front office, but for me, the plan can't be let's just go to every guy's girlfriend and ask to leave the relationship. That's not how this works. I understand maybe tapping the door or knocking on the door to see if one or two would leave or if somebody would be available. But this is now the fourth and fifth coaches that has been reported that the Knicks have asked, which is, I've never heard of that. Have you heard of that? I've never heard of that. To me, I thought the move here was to get Jason Kidd, was for the reason, you want to bring Giannis to New York. His relationship to Jason Kidd helps. So let's go get Jason Kidd at all costs because we're trying to get Giannis. But that doesn't even seem like that was the strategy. Now it just seems like we're just trying to get whoever we can. Problem is, everybody the Knicks want is already taken. It doesn't make any sense to me. There are coaches who are available right now. And if you didn't like the coaches available, why fire Tom Thibodeau? You're not going to fire a head coach if you're not going to upgrade. I understand you might need a change of voice. You might need something different. But if you look at the coaching pool, whoever's out there, and there's nobody there who you think is an upgrade to Tom Thibodeau, then why do it? The only point is to get better. It's not to fire somebody and then roll the dice and see what happens. So to me, it's starting to seem like it was a short-sighted decision from the New York Knicks organization. I don't think it's a bad thing to go and see if this coach is available, but to do it 5 times is excessive. We haven't heard once about an interview from Johnny Bryant. We haven't heard once about an interview from Mike Malone, even though he's not somebody I would want. There hasn't been a strategy outside of let's go try to steal someone's girl. That's been the whole strategy here. So it's kind of concerning as a Knicks fan. It doesn't seem like this team or this front office really knows what they want to do at the head coaching position. You thought they would have a little bit of an inkling of what they wanted to do, what kind of architect they wanted, what kind of offense they want to build, maybe what kind of defense they want to build, and questions are still up in the air about the roster too, because the changes that you're hearing the Knicks make aren't small changes, right? I mean, with the Jason Kidd rumor, you had Giannis Antetokounmpo coming to the New York Knicks, and with that, you're giving away a lot of your core. This team had a 7-man rotation in the playoffs, for the most part. You're going to give away half of that rotation, at minimum, for Giannis. That's what it would be. So now you're going to change the whole team and the whole coach, but you don't know how you're going to do it? It's just weird. It's just weird. Another rumor I want to hit on, KD to the Knicks. It came out that there are multiple suitors for KD that include the Knicks. The Rockets are in there. The Spurs are in there. The Wolves are in there. KD's the type of player I think could help any team. I think he gets a bad rap. I love Kevin Durant's game. I think he could fit it anywhere. I think he can help any team. That includes the New York Knicks. Now, it depends what that trade package looks like, right? I mean, obviously the Knicks are going to have to give away something worth of value to get him. Not in the vein of Giannis, where you have to give up half your team, but you got to give up a piece because Kevin Durant's not going to come cheap. He's somebody who has a big salary, so you're going to have to match those salaries anyway. And I don't think Phoenix is going to let him go for just, a bag of chips. Right now, from what I'm hearing, Houston and San Antonio are the two teams that are ahead, and even Houston is being not stingy, but they don't want to give the package that Phoenix is giving up. It's making me think, I don't even think the Knicks are going to come close to getting KD. If Houston, who has all these small, all these trade pieces, essentially, young pieces, with draft picks, can't meet the requirements that Phoenix is asking for, I don't think the Knicks can either. Same with San Antonio. San Antonio has a bunch of young pieces. They have draft equity. If they can't meet the requirements that Phoenix is looking for, I don't think the Knicks can either. The way that this happens is if the Knicks trade Karl-Anthony Towns. That's basically what everybody's saying. All the Knicks writers, beat writers, NBA media. Cat would have to be on his way out if Kevin Durant goes to the Knicks, which means you're changing your whole team again. Which, okay, that's fine, but this is the third rendition of the New York Knicks that we were going to see in 3 years if you trade for KD. So then what now? There's no continuity here. I don't think it's a coincidence right now that the two teams you see in the NBA Finals are two teams that have largely had the same core for the past few years. OKC ramped up to this. Indiana brought back everybody. This is the same team they were last year and got better. They ramped up to this. I think that says something. And that's not me saying the Knicks shouldn't go out and get better pieces or better players if they can. Of course you build that. Of course you add on to that. But changing the core, changing the dynamics, changing the personality of the team in the locker room, there's no continuity. How do you build off that? How do you grow? You're just expecting to formulate in one season and then make the finals. I think that's a hard ask. I think it's a very tough ask. I don't think it's a fair ask for anybody, for the players, for the coach, for the organization. It doesn't make much sense. So as much as I like Kevin Durant, and as much as I think he would fit in with the New York Knicks, we trade Cat, which I still think is a possibility. We're on our third version of this team in 3 years. It's a little overwhelming. It's a lot. There's no continuity here, which is why I wasn't for the Cat deal in the first place, because I liked the continuity the Knicks had going. If you get Mikal Bridges, that's the piece you add. You keep Julius, you keep Dante around. It's the same team, a healthy team, a better version of that team, like the Pacers did. The Pacers are doing what I thought the Knicks should do. All right, well, listen, that's going to do it for this edition of Knicks Latest. There's going to be a lot of rumors with the New York Knicks this year. They already are. The NBA Finals aren't even done. The Pacers have a 2-1 lead. The team the Knicks lost to are now leading 2-1 in the NBA Finals. It's been a great NBA Finals. Seriously, go watch it. If you're a basketball fan, go watch it. But there are some things that you see that the Pacers and the OKC Thunder do that the Knicks just couldn't do this year. There's a reason why the Knicks are where they are right now, and we're having conversations about the offseason. Make sure you subscribe to the show. Want to get Knicks fans in the comments. Want your opinions. Want your questions. Definitely will have conversations with y'all going forward. I want to hear who you want as the next head coach for the New York Knicks. Do you want KD to the Knicks? Do you want Giannis to the Knicks? What free agents do you want? What other trades do you want to see? All right, so subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. I'll see you tomorrow for another episode of Knicks Latest. Peace.